Good evening, sports fans, and welcome back to the Epic Basketball League for the 1972-73 season here on the Epic Sports Broadcasting Network. My name is Dave Little, and we are coming to you live from the Dave Cave with action from the Forum in Los Angeles. Opening night, a rematch of the 71-72 finals as the Chicago Bulls visit the Los Angeles Lakers. Welcome to everybody who wants to be part of tonight's show here from the Dave Cave, as we are ready for a brand new season of action here in the Epic Basketball League. And we have the brand new version, the 2021 version of the Action PC Basketball, brought to you by Dave Cook Sports. I believe he pronounces it Cook. And it is great to have folks back on board for some YouTube action. The starting lineups, a little bit different for Chicago this time around, as they will start Norm Van Leer at his customary point guard position. Chet Walker moves to the shooting guard, and Jerry Sloan drops down to the 3. Your starting center tonight is Bob Love, and at the power forward is the second-year man Clifford Ray out of Oklahoma. Ray, a stud rebounder. This was a pretty good season for the Chicago team. They finished 51-31, good enough for second in the Midwest under head coach Dick Motta, and made it all the way to the Western Conference semifinals, where they lost in a 7-game series to tonight's opponent, the Los Angeles Lakers. It's a familiar starting lineup. Norm Van Leer is your point guard, 5th in the league overall in assists in 72-73 at 7.1 per game. And the leading scorer for Chicago, of course, Bob Love, 23.1 points per game, good enough for number 12 in the league in the 72-73 NBA season. I'm getting a little message about YouTube streaming being somewhat limited. So if you are in the chat and you can hear me all well and good, please say hello and give me a little feedback on the quality of the chat. We're going to keep on streaming, because it looks like we are still connected. But if you're here in the chat room and you can hear me, please give me a holler, and it would be great to hear that the stream is working. Starting lineups for the Los Angeles Lakers. One change for the Lakers from the previous season, but the familiar backcourt duo of Jerry West and Gail Goodrich in the lineup to start things off for the 72-73 season. West, of course, the veteran, now 13 years out of West Virginia, would finish 72-73 with 22.8 points per game and 8.8 assists. That assist total good enough for number 4 in the league for Jerry West in 72-73. Goodrich, his running mate in the backcourt, would be the leading scorer for the Lakers in 72-73 with an average of 23.9 points per game, good enough for 8th in the league overall. In the front court, we have Jim McMillan, 3rd year out of Columbia, and a new face in the Los Angeles starting lineup, Bill Bridges, the 10th-year man out of Kansas, now in the power forward spot, starting things off for LA. And, of course, the big man inside, Wilt Chamberlain, Wilt the Stilt. Now 36 years of age for the 72-73 season, and in spite of being 36 years of age, remarkably, Chamberlain was number 2 in the league in minutes played in 72-73. And number 1 in the league in field goal percentage, and number 1 in the league in rebounding at 18.6 per game. We're going to try things a little differently this season. We're going to try the computer substitutions this time around and see if that works any better. One of the problems I had with the computer substitutions in previous seasons was that they were a little unpredictable in terms of some of the player usage, but I did go through the rosters and got rid of a lot of duplicate players. If you played on two different teams in the 72-73 season, you will no longer appear on both rosters. I removed those players from the rosters of the teams where they had played fewer games. And that was only a handful of teams, but that could get a little confusing in seasons past. As we say hello to Thomas Matza in the chat room. Hi, Dave. Enjoy your games. Is this the new version? Yes, indeed, this is the brand new version. Did they take care of the problems you had with the 1971-72 replay? That remains to be seen. Dave Cook was very cooperative in helping me out with some of the runtime errors, and we spent about 2 weeks going back and forth, and he sent me some new files, and I was able to recreate the missing box scores from the 71-72 playoffs. As to how much of the other how many of the other bugs have gotten cleaned up, we'll check it out here tonight. Thank you for tuning in, and thank you for the question. Let's go ahead and get things started. As the Chicago Bulls visit the Los Angeles Lakers, here to kick off the 1972-73 Epic Basketball League season. And the players are gathered at center court, and we are ready to get things started as Wilt Chamberlain and Bob Love will tip things off, and the tip is controlled by Los Angeles.
Los Angeles wins the tip.
Lakers with the basketball, moving from left to right on your computer screen. Gail Goodrich with the ball at the top of the key. He's going to take the first shot of the 72-73 season over the defense of Chet Walker. His shot from the top of the key is up and off to the left. No good. Rebound is tipped away, knocked out of bounds.
Goodrich missed from top of the key.
The basketball will go over to
Chicago ball.
And already the play-by-play is running a little slow here. So let's see if we can speed that up a bit. I think we had this down to about 10 last year. We tried at 10. And see how that, see if that meets our likings. Chicago with their first possession of the year. Van Leer at the point, sends it over to Walker on the wing. Walker squaring up against Gail Goodrich out there. And it's going to be Walker taking the long jump shot to start things off. His shot is long, and it is true. Nothing but
Walker
bottom of the net for
outside.
Chet Walker. And we have our first basket of the season for the 1972-73 Epic Basketball League. 2-0 Chicago as LA brings the ball back on offense. Jerry West now running the point. Motion offense. It comes back around to West out on top. West looks over to the wing to Goodrich. Goodrich from the outside drives to the basket. He's cut off over there by Clifford Ray. His shot falls short.
Goodrich
and the
missed
rebound
from
is
outside.
taken out of there by Jerry
Rebounded
Sloan.
by Sloan.
Sloan playing at the small forward position this season. Very physical inside player. Showed his strength on that rebound. Back come the Bulls the other way. Van Leer sets up the offense. Motion for Chicago. Once again, they get it over to Walker on the wing. Dribbles around to the top of the key. This time Walker's going to try and get into the lane. Steps around Goodrich, lays it up and good.
Walker scores on a layup.
We're off to a good start here on the season for Chet Walker. He's got the first 4 points of the season. And it is a 4-0 lead for Chicago. LA back on the offense. Chicago looking for revenge after losing last year's finals in 7 games. They dump it inside to Chamberlain. Chamberlain working on Bob Love down low. He banks it off the glass
scores
and
on
good.
a layup.
And Wilt Chamberlain with his first 2 points of the season for the Lakers. Give the assist on that one to Gail Goodrich. Chicago back on the offense. The ball goes down low to Clifford Ray. Ray working down low against Bill Bridges. New starters for both these teams here in the 72-73 season. Short jump shot
Ray
by
scores
Ray
from
is
not
good.
far from the basket.
Chicago is now up 6-2 as the Lakers bring it back the other way. West calls a play. The offense circles. It goes to McMillan on the baseline. McMillan, tough defense by Sloan. McMillan's shot is no good. And the rebound is taken out of there for Chicago.
Rebounded by Ray.
And we're getting some extra commentary here that we don't really want. So graphics and sound. Stick with the fouls and the scoring. And we'll go with that. All right. Chicago still leads 6-2. Bulls with the basketball now after the rebound by Clifford Ray. Outside with it is Sloan. Guarded closely out there by McMillan. He's going to look to Walker on the wing. Walker lets fly. This time his shot is no good. But Bob Love takes the interior rebound for the Bulls. The putback attempt by Love, the turnaround jump shot is good. And that's going to put Chicago up 8-2. Bulls out to a quick start here in Los Angeles. Lakers got their rings earlier in the night. Maybe they're running a little sluggish here. As the ball goes out to Jerry West, working on Van Leer. West is going to try and get into the lane. Comes off the screen from Chamberlain. Takes the open jump shot. That's no good. Rebound is knocked out of bounds, and the ball will go back over to Chicago. Bulls out to a quick start here, ahead 8-2. With the lead and the basketball now. As the ball goes outside to Walker. Walker working on Goodrich outside. Walker off to a good start this game. He's going to pull the trigger again this time from the perimeter, and again he nails it.
Walker.
Nice looking jump shot, and Chicago is quickly out on top 10-2. Ball goes down inside to West. He's going to try and get it down low to Chamberlain, but he threw it away, and that's a turnover. Ball goes back over to Chicago, and the sluggish play for LA continues here early in the first quarter. Not even 3 minutes into the game yet, and the Bulls have already built an 8-point lead. Sloan has the ball out on the elbow. He's going to look inside and try to get a bounce pass into Bob Love. Love's got a tough task against him tonight with Chamberlain. Chamberlain forced him to alter that shot, and it's Chamberlain who comes out with the rebound for Los Angeles. Laker basketball still looking to get something going on the offensive end. Here's Goodrich. He's going to put it on the floor. He steps around Clifford Ray, gets into the lane. He's cut off by Love. His short jump shot is too strong, and the rebound is taken out of there by Chet Walker for Chicago. It's a 2-on-2 break the other way with Norm Van Leer in the lead. Van Leer loves to run the floor. He's got Walker on the wing. Walker with it at the free throw line. Bounce pass to Van Leer. Van Leer gets into the lane but misses the layup. The layup is no good, and Jim McMillan takes the rebound out of there for Los Angeles. Here's a transition opportunity for the Lakers. West has it in the center of the floor. He's got Goodrich and McMillan on the wings. What's he going to do? He's going to take it himself. He lays it up and good.
Jerry West scores.
Nice shot by West,
Foul
and he is fouled on the play by Sloan.
First team
and Jerry
foul.
West will go to the free throw line. West, an 80% free throw shooter, makes that one look good.
West made the free throw.
He's got the three-point play, and it is now a 10-5 lead for the Bulls as Chicago is back on offense. Van Leer directing traffic. Sends it down to Sloan on the wing. Chamberlain comes out on Sloan on the switch. Chamberlain's all over him. What's Sloan going to do? Can he get rid of it? He sends it down low to Clifford Ray. Ray working hard down low. Pump fake. Shot no good. And the rebound is tipped around and taken out of there by Goodrich. And we've got a whistle on the play And a loose ball foul on the rebound on Clifford Ray. That is his first. As Thomas Matza also says, am I getting your name right, Matza? Or Mazza? I don't know if it's a hard Z or a soft Z, but thank you for your attendance here tonight, and thank you for your comments on the My Journey with Jesus. We'll have an announcement at halftime about future events here on the channel, including what's coming next for My Journey with Jesus. All right, Los Angeles basketball still trailing 10-5. Goodrich has it on the outside, guarded by Walker. Goodrich is going to pull from the perimeter. Nice looking jump shot. It's good.
Gail Goodrich.
First basket of the season for Gail Goodrich. Pulls Los Angeles back to within 3. 10-7 is your score. Under 8 minutes to play in the first quarter. The ball is in the hands of Walker. Facing down against Goodrich. Walker's going to back him down. Gets into the lane. Bridges comes over to help out on defense. Walker's got to alter the shot. It's no good. And Chamberlain takes another rebound for Los Angeles. Good team defense there by the Lakers. Here comes LA back the other way. They get it into the hands of McMillan from the free throw line extended. He's got a chance at a shot, but he's fouled on the play by Sloan. And that is his
13.
second. Sloan is going to come out of the game. He will be replaced in there by Howard Porter. As in the first 4.5 minutes of action, Sloan picks up 2 quick fouls. It'll be a side out for Los Angeles. Bridges to inbound. Gets it out to McMillan at the elbow. His jump shot over Howard Porter is good.
Jim McMillian.
And just like that, it's a 1-point game. Nice little 7-0 run here for the Lakers. To pull to within 1. 10-9 now your score. Van Leer has the basketball out high. The shot is no good. And the rebound is taken out of there by West. And we've got a loose ball foul on the rebound. That one is going to go against Chet Walker. So we've already got 4 fouls that have been whistled on the Bulls. The Lakers have yet to draw a whistle. As Coach Dick Motta is not at all hesitant to point that out to the officials here in tonight's ballgame. Los Angeles basketball. West has it out on top. Working against Van Leer. West is going to try and get into the lane. Fakes left, dribbles right, gets into the lane, lays it up and good.
Mr. Clutch.
Mr. Clutch with 5 points on the night now. On the give and go from Bill Bridges. Give Bridges his first assist. And give the Lakers their first lead of the ball game, 11-10. As the run continues for the home team. 6.5 to play now in the first. The ball goes inside to Clifford Ray. Ray working down low on Bridges. And Bridges stole it. Nice defense there by Bill Bridges. And the Lakers will bring it back the other way. Looking to extend the lead. Goodrich with it on the outside. Pump fakes, drives into the lane. Dumps it off to McMillan. McMillan shot way off target. Out of bounds. Ball goes over to Chicago. I don't know if that ball was tipped or if McMillan got hit on the wrist, but that was a lousy looking shot. And the ball goes back over to Chicago. Chicago attempting to regain the lead here with 6 minutes to play in the first period. The ball now is in the hands of Love. He is on the outside, covered by Jerry West on the switch. Love looks to get it over to Walker at the free throw line. Walker gets into the lane. His shot falls short. It's batted around and Chamberlain comes out with it for Los Angeles. There's numbers in transition for the Lakers. West in the lead on the gold rush. It goes to Bridges coming down the left-hand side of the court. He cross-courts it to McMillan. McMillan drives the lane, lays it up and good.
Jim McMillian.
4 points now for McMillan. And LA takes a 13-10 lead midway through the first period of play. Walker with it now for Chicago. Looking to set something up. Working on Goodrich. Sends it to Love on the baseline. Love pulls Chamberlain out away from the basket. Ball's knocked away. We've got a loose ball on the floor, and it is tied up, and we'll have a jump ball with 11 seconds on the shot clock. Walker and Goodrich to jump it up. Walker with a big size advantage, and not surprisingly, he controls the tip. And the ball is in the hands of Van Leer. Van Leer looking for an open man. Sends it down to Porter, gets it back. He's got Bridges coming over on the switch. Van Leer with a step. Pulls the trigger from the top of the key. That shot is no good. Rolls around the rim and off. And Jim McMillan takes the rebound for the Lakers. Once again, the Lakers have numbers going the other way. Jerry West leading the fast break. Gets it to Goodrich on the wing. Goodrich drives the baseline. Dumps it down low to Chamberlain. Chamberlain slams it home.
Wilt Chamberlain.
Boy, the Lakers look sharp on that exchange. It's about 15 years too soon for the Showtime Lakers. But that's about what that looked like here. Yeah, it was Goodrich, dumped it off to Chamberlain. Chamberlain slammed it home. LA now on top, 15-10. They are on a 13-0 scoring run here in the middle of the first period. Trying to get some offense. They take it down to Porter. Porter dribbling inside, working down low against McMillan. Fakes the shot, shoots the short jump shot, and is blocked by Chamberlain. He's an enforcer. He gets the block shot and the rebound. And Los Angeles with another possession. Here's another transition opportunity. Quick outlet to West. West back to Chamberlain running the floor. He dumps it down to Goodrich, and this time it's Goodrich who drives the lane. This time the shot is no good, but we've got a whistle and a foul.
Foul is on
That's
Van
going to go
Leer.
against Norm
First
Van Leer,
personal,
and that will send
15
Gail
foul.
Goodrich to the line for 2 shots. The scoring run continues here for the Lakers as the very reliable Gail Goodrich steps to the line, but he missed the first free throw. Unusual for Gail Goodrich to miss many of them. And he drops the second one home. 16-10
Goodrich made
now
the free
is your
throw.
score. 3 points on the night for Goodrich. Ball goes back over to Chicago. Bulls desperate to get some offense going. They work it down to Van Leer on the outside against West. Can't get a shot off. Sends it to Love on the baseline. He tries to get into the lane. Collision with McMillan there. The shot by Love is good. And McMillan is whistled for the foul.
Love
So
scores.
finally, Bob Love breaks
Foul
the
is
scoring
on
drought
McMillan.
for the Bulls.
His first personal,
With a
first team.
baseline drive, a hoop, and the harm, and the chance here for the three-point play. Love steps to the free throw line, 82% free throw shooter on the 72-73 season, and he missed the free throw. McMillan takes the rebound, but Chet Walker got in there and picked his pocket, and it'll be another possession for Chicago. Van Leer has it guarded by West. Sends it over on the perimeter to Walker. Walker facing up against Goodrich. His perimeter jump shot is no good. Howard Porter sneaks in for the rebound. Porter on the putback attempt. He's too strong. Off the back iron, and finally Bridges takes the rebound, and we've got another whistle and a foul on Porter. Coming over the back on that rebound attempt. And that will send Wilt Chamberlain to the line for 2 free throws as the Lakers are in the bonus. Chamberlain, a 51% free throw shooter for 72-73. Not a good free throw shooter at all, but
Chamberlain made the free
42%
throw.
mark that he put up in 71-72. And Chamberlain hits the first free throw. And how about that? Chamberlain knocks them
Chamberlain
both
made
down.
the free throw.
He's got 6 points now to lead all scorers. And LA is up by 6. Bulls again with the basketball. They work it to Love on the perimeter. Tries to get into the lane. The short jump shot is too strong. And the rebound is taken out of there this time by Jerry West. They're trying to get some work out of Love on the baseline. Chamberlain away from the hoop. But the Lakers have done a good job collapsing as Love has tried to attack. Now here's a steal on the other end by Porter. And a fast break opportunity the other way for the Bulls. But the Lakers get back quickly in transition defense. And it will be Van Leer pulling the ball back and resetting the offense for the Bulls, who trail by 6. Now with 4:23 to play in the first. Van Leer sends it over to Walker for another jump shot. That's no good. Porter takes another offensive rebound for the Bulls. Porter on the putback attempts, trying to dump it in down low to Ray. Bad pass kicked away and stolen by Jerry West. Turnover for the Bulls gives the Lakers the ball back, leading by 6 and looking to extend that, as West has it out on top. Looking for a teammate, finds Goodrich coming off the screen. Goodrich shoots and scores.
Gail Goodrich.
Nice clean looking jump shot there by Gail Goodrich. Puts LA up 20-12. Big swing here. Chicago had the early lead. Los Angeles has taken control. Bulls with the basketball and Van Leer. Looking for help, finds Love down low. Love working down low against McMillan. It's on the inside. Has the ball tipped away and stolen. McMillan tipped it away. Goodrich picked it up for the Lakers. Here's a transition opportunity for the Lakers as Goodrich kicks it out to West. West in the open floor. Dribbles down the center of the lane. Sends it off to Goodrich on the wing. But Goodrich could not handle the pass. It's knocked away out of bounds. Ball goes back over to Chicago. And now we have some computer substitutions coming in. As Walt Weiss will come into the game. Excuse me, Walt Weiss. He's a baseball player. Bob Weiss comes into the game at the shooting guard position, replacing Walker. And for the first time, we will see Garfield Hurd in a Laker uniform. Garfield Hurd now with the Lakers' third-year man out of Oklahoma. College teammate down there of Clifford Ray, the man he replaced. Action will continue now with Chicago in possession. And they're going to go right inside to Garfield Hurd. They've got a screen set for him. Goodrich is trapped in there. Hurd fakes. He shuffles, and he travels. Garfield Hurd got a little ahead of himself. I don't think he realized how open he was. All he had to do was take that up strong, but he shuffled the puppies, and that's a turnover. Ball goes back over to the Lakers. Goodrich with it on the perimeter, working now against Bob Weiss. Goodrich fakes the shot. Tries to get around Weiss. Weiss pokes it away. It's slapped away and stolen. Bulls basketball. Now 3 minutes, 14 seconds to play in the first. The Bulls still trail by 8. Chicago going to work. Here's Van Leer with a shot from the outside. That's offline. Rebound taken again by Porter. Let's see if Porter can get something done this time. He lays it up and good.
Porter.
Strong work there by Howard Porter off the bench. He's already got 3 rebounds. That's his first basket of the night. And boy, look at the the field goal percentages. It is a good shooting night for LA, 57%. Chicago a horrid 7 for 21 here in the first quarter. And that explains why they trail by 6. 20-14 is your score. As the ball goes to Gail Goodrich now on the perimeter. He sends it to McMillan. McMillan with the baseline jump shot is good. Good balanced scoring attack by the Lakers. They've got 22 points from 4 different players. 6 apiece for Chamberlain and McMillan. 5 apiece from West and Goodrich. The ball goes inside once again to Garfield Hurd. Hurd working hard down on the low block. His little jump shot is offline. He rims around and is taken down by Chamberlain. His 5th rebound of the game. Chamberlain dominant on the glass as the Lakers enjoy a 12-7 rebound advantage here in the first quarter. Just over 2 minutes to play. The ball goes down inside to Chamberlain. Chamberlain working on Love down low. Flips it up and good.
Will Chamberlain.
As Chamberlain overcomes Love on a Friday night. There's got to be a joke in there somewhere about the 10,000 women. Nice assist by Jerry West, and the Lakers now lead by 10, 24-14. And the pass goes inside now to Hurd and back out to Van Leer. Van Leer has it out on top. 17 on the shot clock. Van Leer looks for an open teammate. He finds Love on the baseline. The perimeter jump shot by Love is short, and the rebound is taken by Chamberlain. Chicago struggling from the floor here in the first quarter as the Lakers have opened up a double-digit lead. Here's another open look for McMillan from the baseline, but he instead passes up the shot, dumps it down low to Bridges, and Bridges is tied up for a jump ball. They'll jump it up between Bill Bridges and Garfield Hurd, and the tip is controlled by Los Angeles. West with the basketball out on top. Calls a play. Sends it over to Bridges, gets it back. West is going to attack. He drives the lane, dumps it off to Chamberlain inside. Chamberlain kicks it out to Goodrich, and Goodrich knocks it down.
Gail Goodrich.
Fine ball movement by the Lakers. For another basket, they've extended the lead to 12. Goodrich on the finish. He now has 7. Here's Norm Van Leer with it for Chicago. Looking for help. Finds Hurd down low. Hurd in the middle. Working on Bridges. Little fade away. It's good.
Hurd.
Give the assist to Van Leer on that one. And with 1 minute to play in the fourth, in the first period, it's back to a 10-point lead. Here's McMillan again on the baseline. His outside jump shot is good.
Jim McMillan.
Jim McMillan now with 8 for Los Angeles. It's a 28-16 game. Bulls come back the other way. They dump it inside the Porter. And I don't know why suddenly I'm being asked to call the defenses. I'm going to have to go take a look at the settings again. Here's Porter inside, defended by McMillan. His shot is up and good.
Porter scores.
And he is fouled on the play by Chamberlain.
First personal, 14.
And a bunch of substitutions in now as LA comes with a fresh 5. White slides over to point guard as Chet Walker returns to the game, and Clifford Ray is back in for Chicago. 10-point game now with Howard Porter stepping to the line, hoping to complete the 3-point play. The shot by Porter is good.
Porter made the free throw.
Porter made the free throw, and that cuts the lead to 28-19. LA with the basketball, 41 seconds to play in the quarter. Pat Riley in the game is open on the wing. They send it down low instead to Hairston. Hairston works inside over Garfield Hurd. He cannot get the shot off, kicks it out to Riley. Riley with the perimeter jump shot is no good. But we're waving the shot off, and a foul is called on Chet Walker.
Second
and that
personal.
will send Pat Riley to the free throw line. Should have all no plays set here. So I'm not sure why I'm getting these defensive warning screens. 28-19 is your score as Pat Riley steps to the free throw line for 2 in the bonus. He hits the first.
Riley made the free throw.
That stretches the lead back to 10. Now he sets things up, trying to push it to 11. As we've got some more substitutions for Chicago. Dennis Autry into the game for the first time, third-year man out of Santa Clara. And the rookie comes in at small forward, Roland Garrett out of Florida State. Only two rookies on the Bull squad. Garrett was the one that saw some playing time. The other rookie is Frank Russell, who saw very limited minutes, but he's an interesting story. And if he comes into the game later, we'll give you the background on Frank Russell. As Riley steps to the line for the second free throw. And it's good. 32 seconds to play in the quarter. LA is up by 11, 30 to 19. Bulls with the basketball. It's in the hands of Garrett on the outside. He drives it down low, dumps it off to Autry. That ball is knocked away, and that will be a turnover. It was knocked away by Erickson. Autry picked it up, tried to get to the hoop, but shuffled his feet in the process and was called for the travel. And now with 17 seconds to play, it will be LA basketball as they hope for the final shot of the period. And now they're called for the turnover as Erickson got it inside and double dribbled with it. Action continues for Garrett as he sends it out to King for the Bulls. Back to Garrett on the baseline. 9 seconds on the game clock. As Garrett drives the lane, his shot is no good. And that will be the end of the first quarter.
Los Angeles 30, Chicago 19.
So let's take a look at your first quarter box score. $30-19 is your score, and what a one-sided game this was. After Chicago got out to the 10-2 lead, LA rebounded with a 28-9 scoring run. Leading scorer for the Lakers would be McMillan with 8, Chamberlain with 8. Chamberlain already 6 rebounds on the game. And the big story of that quarter was the field goal percentage. 12 of 18 field goals for LA, 67%. And Chicago managed only 35% from the field. Hence they trail 30-19 at the end of the first quarter. The leading scorer for the Bulls is Chet Walker with 6. But only 3 of 8 shooting for Chet the Jet. The team's leading scorer, Bob Love, is being bottled up down there by Chamberlain and has only connected on 2 of his first 5 shots, only 4 points on the night for Bob Love. We're going to need more out of him if the Bulls are to get back into this ballgame. All right, we head to quarter number 2. And as I mentioned at halftime, we'll have updates from the channel. And now the opening tip-off is in the air. It is controlled by Los Angeles. They'll have possession with the 11-point lead. Oh, and here's a quick shot by Gail Goodrich. That's no good. But he is hit on the arm by Chet Walker.
Third personal.
And that is his third. Walker's going to have to go back to the bench here as Goodrich steps to the line. And another missed free throw by Goodrich. And now it is Jim King into the game, the veteran 10 years out of Tulsa. We saw a good bit of Jim King in the 71-72 finals when he had a key role off the bench. And they're going to need some strong minutes from Jim King tonight, trailing this much this early with their star guard Chet Walker on the bench in foul trouble. Goodrich connects on the second free throw.
Goodrich hit the free throw.
And that puts LA up by 12, 31-19, their biggest lead of the night. As the Bulls with their first possession of the period. Bob Weiss now at the point. Sends it to Gar Hurd. He gets back out to Weiss at the free throw line. His jump shot is no good.
Foul is on West.
Hurd went for the tip and he got fouled by West, and it will be Garfield Hurd going to the line to shoot 2. Hurd out of Oklahoma, 65% free throw shooter on the season.
Hurd made the free
throw. Good on the first. And Hurd missed the second. Wilt Chamberlain takes the rebound for Los Angeles. Lakers with the basketball now leading by 11. Back and forth we go from West to Goodrich. Goodrich has it kicked away, but possession will remain with Los Angeles with 9 on the shot clock. Hairston to inbound. The ball goes to Goodrich on the outside. His shot is no good, and the rebound is taken by Hurd. Back comes Chicago the other way, setting up the offense. They go inside to Autry, and Autry is fouled by Chamberlain. And now we've got more goofiness happening with the play-by-plays, because I went from having to call defense to not being able to call any plays at all. Computer coach both defenses. I think I wanted to call all plays instead of call no plays. That's what happened there. I was trying to get rid of that defense screen. As we say hello to Al Red Sox fan and D. Scott Howard. Looking forward to the new season. Yes, indeed, D. Scott, this is the latest version of the game, released just a couple weeks ago by Dave Cook from Dave Cook Sports. And we're checking things out, experimenting with some settings and some substitutions, and trying to do some things a little bit differently. So forgive me if the game runs a little rough here as I try to adjust the settings of the new game to my liking. And see if we can't get this smooth with the new game and the new settings. On the court, it is Los Angeles ahead 31-20. Chicago actually jumped out to a 10-2 lead early in the first period. But then Chicago went cold, and the Lakers turned up the defense and went on about a 15-0 scoring run to take the lead, and they have never trailed since then. Chet Walker for Chicago is on the bench with 3 fouls as the Bulls struggle to find offense. The Bulls do have the ball out of bounds with Sloan to inbound. Sloan gets it to Weiss. Weiss sends it over to Jimmy King. And that pass is tipped away and out of bounds for a turnover. Ball goes back over to the Lakers. As the Lakers have the basketball leading by 11. The open man inside is Hairston. Hairston down low working against Garfield Hurd. His short jump shot is blocked. Dennis Autry got it. Chamberlain comes over and picks the rebound. Chamberlain with the putback attempt. And he's fouled by Autry.
Foul is on Autry, his first personal, second team foul.
Chamberlain surprisingly 2 for 2 from the free throw line tonight. He will not get free throws on this occasion since that was called on the floor. So LA will have another possession, fresh 24, with now Hairston to inbound again for the Lakers. He goes to West on top, back down inside to Chamberlain. Finger roll by Chamberlain is good.
Wilt Chamberlain
has got 10 points. First player in double digits for either team tonight. And the Lakers are now up 13, 33-20. Bob Weiss now has it for the Bulls. Working on Jerry West out on top. He's going to try and work it inside to Hurd. And they get it down low to him. They go to Autry on the wing. The inside pass to Hurd is intercepted by West. And that's another turnover. Lakers regain possession. Trying to end the suspense early in this ball game. Here's an inside screen for McMillan. He's got a mismatch on Weiss. Weiss is able to tip it away. McMillan picks it up, shuffles left, turns right, and travels. Nice alert play on the defensive end there by Bob Weiss, taking advantage of the mismatch to force the turnover. Chicago regains possession. 9:21 to play now, second quarter. LA leading by 13. The ball is in the hands of Weiss. He's going to try the outside jump shot over Jerry West. That's no good. Chamberlain might have gotten a piece of it. And Jerry West comes out of there with the rebound. But he is called for the loose ball foul on the rebound. That is his second, and Chicago will retain possession. Sloan with it on the inside, working hard down low against McMillan. Trying to take advantage of the size advantage, goes to his left hand, it's off the glass, off the rim, no good. And Happy Hairston takes the rebound for Los Angeles, his first action of the night. Another possession for the Lakers. We're under 9 minutes to play here in the second period. Ball goes down low to Chamberlain. Chamberlain now working on Dennis. Steps around Autry and slams it home. 5 straight field goals for Chamberlain. He is the star of the show here tonight. 12 points, 8 rebounds. And Chicago is now trailing by 15 after that dunk by Chamberlain. It is getting ugly here in the fourth. As now Chicago can't figure out what to do with the ball on offense. Sloan's got it on the wing. He doesn't like to shoot outside. He's got McMillan all over him. He's looking for a teammate. He can't find anybody. He forces one up from the outside. That's way off, and Chamberlain takes another rebound for Los Angeles. Boy, that was some Whiskey Tango Foxtrot offense if I've ever seen it from the Bulls. LA once again with the basketball. Goodrich has it on the outside. Goodrich has that smooth stroke from the perimeter. This time he's offline, and the rebound taken down by Garfield Hurd for the Bulls. Back come the Bulls. They get it into the hands of White. White's working on Jerry West. This time he tries to get into the lane. He's cut off by Chamberlain. Shot no good. Garfield Hurd takes the rebound. Hurd with the putback attempt. The jump hook in traffic is no good. Hurd somehow wound up with his own rebound. Hurd goes back up with a turnaround and scores.
Hurd.
That ends another 4-minute drought for Chicago. Finally, the Bulls have scored, but they still trail by 13. 7:40 left to play before halftime. Here's Hairston with the basketball on the perimeter. His shot is too strong, and Dennis Autry grabs his first rebound of the game for Chicago. Haven't seen Tom Burwinkle yet for the Bulls. Here's a transition opportunity for Weiss. Weiss dribbles down the floor. He's got King on the wing. King takes it down the right-hand side. Flips it back out to Weiss in the middle. Weiss goes to his left hand and he charges. Good transition defense there by Jerry West. He just took away the lane from Weiss, and Weiss barreled over him for the charge. Now we've got the first 5 coming back for Chicago. Van Leer back into the game. Clifford Ray, Bob Love, and into the game for the first time comes Frank Russell. He is a rookie out of Detroit Mercy. This would be the only NBA season for Frank Russell. But Frank Russell left the NBA and went to law school. Frank Russell had a brother from Detroit named Campy Russell who had a very solid NBA career, where Frank Russell went to law school and became a very respected community leader in the city of Detroit, and just passed away earlier this month. So rest in peace to Frank Russell, a fine man, community leader, attorney in the city of Detroit, and we get to see him in his one season of NBA action, but the legacy lives on. So the ball is in the hands of Los Angeles. They lead now by 13. We've got an open look on the perimeter for McMillan. McMillan shoots it up over Sloan. It's off the back iron, no good. And Sloan takes the rebound out of there for Chicago. Sloan continues to be a stellar defender for the Bulls. Very physical perimeter player. Here's Norm Van Leer with it for the Bulls, working on West. The jump shot by Van Leer is good.
Van Leer.
Boy, Van Leer faked the pass, got some space, and nailed the jump shot. His first basket of the night. And it is now 35-24. Los Angeles still has the lead. Under 7 minutes to play, second quarter. The ball goes over to Goodrich. He's guarded by Frank Russell. And Goodrich just drilled it.
Gail Goodrich.
With the assist to West, Goodrich drilled that one. Boy, Los Angeles is in mid-season form here tonight. 10 points for Goodrich, now 6 assists for Jerry West on the evening. As we say hello to Uncle Dave Gardner in the chat room. Welcome, Dave, to Friday Night Basketball here on the Epic Sports Broadcasting Network. It's a bit of a clunker of a game here tonight, as Los Angeles is really in control over Chicago in opening night action. The Lakers got their rings in the pregame ceremony from the 71-72 Epic Basketball League season and got off to a slow start as the Bulls pulled out to a 10-2 lead. But from there, LA kicked it into gear and they haven't looked back. Chicago trails by 13 with the basketball. They get it inside to Bob Love. It's been a quiet night for Bob Love here so far.
Love.
But he is able to get that one home. And it is now an 11-point game, and Dave Gardner can barely hear me. The game sound is really loud, and he can barely hear me on the desktop. So let's turn down the desktop audio like that. And we've got the audio input capture at full volume. How's that, Dave? Is that better? Let me know. And we will keep playing. I do appreciate your feedback, everybody. So feel free to chime in. As I mentioned earlier, this is the brand new game version. So we're playing with some settings and trying to get everything right with the substitutions and the chalkboard and the audio and everything else that we've got going on. So all feedback is welcome. Do not be afraid to speak your mind in the chat room. As Los Angeles has the basketball now, leading by 11 as we reach the midway point of the second period. The ball is in the hands of Goodrich. He comes off the screen. He's got Van Leer with him on the switch. And now I need to come up on the audio input capture, evidently. As D. Scott Howard says that's better, Dave Gardner says I'm still too quiet. Here's an outside shot for Gail Goodrich as Russell comes over to help out. The shot by Goodrich is no good, but we've got a whistle and a foul. And that's going to go on Van Leer, and that's going to send Gail Goodrich to the line for 2 shots as Mark Ferguson is in the chat room selling popcorn. Welcome, Mark, to the Epic Basketball League season premiere. Gail Goodrich hits the first free throw. And Bob Weiss returns to the game at the shooting guard position for Chicago. So it'll be Van Leer and Weiss in the backcourt now. Goodrich misses another free throw. The offensive rebound is taken out of there by Bridges. Bridges with the putback attempt. Can't get the shot off. Tries to get it into McMillan. The ball is slapped away and stolen by Clifford Ray. Ray with a quick outlet to Van Leer. Chicago has numbers in transition. Ray dribbles down the side of the court. Not the best guy on the fast break, but he dumps it off to Van Leer. Van Leer fakes right, goes left, lays it up and good. Nice looking fast break there by Van Leer. It's now a 10-point game, 38-28 in favor of the Lakers as we have reached the midway point of quarter number 2. Lakers working inside to Bridges. Bridges shoots over Clifford Ray. It's blocked by Love. Rebound is up for grabs. It's taken out of the pack by guess who? Wilt Chamberlain. And he is fouled on the loose ball foul by Clifford Ray. King is back into the game for Chicago as Los Angeles will have the rebound out of or the inbounds play from out of bounds. It goes into West. 13 on the shot clock. West working on Van Leer. West is going to put it on the floor. Oh, and Van Leer knocked it away and stole it. Excellent defense by Norm Van Leer. Another possession for Chicago. They still trail by 10. As they look inside for Clifford Ray, Ray flips one up from the low post. That's no good. And the rebound comes down to Gail Goodrich. Lakers back on the offense. They get it to West, guarded by Van Leer. West calls a play, and we've got a whistle and an injury on the play as Bill Bridges just went down, and he is going to have to be taken out of this one to be replaced by Hairston. Happy Hairston into the game, replacing the injured Bill Bridges. LA will inbound with 13 on the shot clock. The open man on the perimeter is McMillan. He's got a good look from the side of the court. His shot is off target, no good. Chamberlain takes the rebound. Chamberlain with a putback attempt is good.
Wilt Chamberlain.
Chamberlain continues to lead all scorers with 14 points. He's already got 11 rebounds, a first half double-double for Wilt Chamberlain at the age of 36. Here's an outside shot for Love over Chamberlain from the baseline, and Love hits it. And they're going to need that from Love. If he can take Chamberlain away from the basket and use his perimeter skills to get some offense production, Chicago might be able to keep it close. As it is, they trail by 10. LA with the lead and the basketball. As West looks down low to Chamberlain. Chamberlain working on Love on a Friday night.
Wilt Chamberlain.
And he scores again. Make it 10,001 for Chamberlain. He's hit 7 straight now. He's got 16 points. As Chamberlain is dominating the inside play for the Lakers. They're up 12. Here's Frank Russell on the outside, guarded by Gail Goodrich. He step fakes. He drives to his left. His shot is blocked. Hairston got a piece of it, and Goodrich pulled it down for Los Angeles. So nothing doing for Frank Russell as he attacks the basket. Lakers with the possession in the 12-point lead. Here's another open look from the perimeter for McMillan. But Sloan closed out on the shot. McMillan was unable to get the shot off, and he was forced to walk with it. Good recovery by Jerry Sloan, as it looked like McMillan might have something going there. As we've got some Wilt cheers in the stands here now. Under 4 minutes to play, first half. Los Angeles still up by 12. Chicago with the basketball. And as we have made some adjustments, is everybody hearing things okay? Is my voice good and everything back in balance now? Chicago with the basketball. They get it inside to Clifford Ray. Ray works it down to the low block, shoots up over Hairston, and scores it. Chicago still only shooting 38% for the game. They still trail by 10. Under 4 minutes to play in the first half. The ball goes into the hands of Gail Goodrich. Goodrich now working on Jimmy King. Goodrich tries to get into the lane, steps around King, lays it up, no good. Deflected off the rim. The rebound is taken off the offensive glass by Chamberlain. Chamberlain with a putback attempt, and he is fouled by Love. Love on the reach-in.
Personal, 15 foul.
And that will send Chamberlain to the line for 2 free throws. He missed the first. Now 2 for 3 on the night. Second shot by Chamberlain is no good. And Howard Porter takes the rebound down for Chicago. And D. Scott Howard's now saying could use a little more from the game sound. Okay, yeah, we dialed it back a good bit because it was too high. So let's try about halfway up. Okay, so the game sound on the OBS settings is now at about 50%. So we'll give that a try and see what happens. As Porter has the ball inside. Porter works it down onto the low block. He steps around McMillan, lays it up with the left hand, and good. This is Action PC Basketball by Dave Cook Sports. This is the brand new 2021 game edition, just released a couple weeks ago. And we're experimenting with some settings tonight, and all feedback from the crowd is definitely appreciated. The video chalkboard seems to be working very well. We had some glitches with that last year that have been, haven't seen any of that nonsense this time around. The other problem we had last year was with some runtime errors. We have yet to see those in this game, but we were seeing those primarily at the very end of the game. So we'll see what happens in about another hour from now when we get to the end of the game and see what happens from there. So Back in the forum, we've got an 8-point lead for Los Angeles. Lakers with the basketball. Jerry West sets up the offense and sends it down low to Chamberlain. Back out to West. West is going to try and come off the screen by Chamberlain, but he has his pocket picked again by Norm Van Leer. 3 steals on the night for Van Leer. Van Leer racing from coast to coast down the court. He's got help from Bob Love. Love takes the drop-off pass by Van Leer, lays it up, and good. Very nicely done by Norm Van Leer with the steal and the assist to Bob Love. Love now with 10 points, first member of the Bulls to hit double digits, and the lead's been cut to 6. Under 3 minutes to play, second quarter. Bulls climbing back into this one slowly but surely. Lakers pound it down inside to Hairston. He tries to kick it back out to the perimeter. That's a bad pass. Bob Weiss with the steal for Chicago. Bulls on a run here. Got the defense going. They get it to Love on the perimeter. Love with another baseline jump shot over Chamberlain, and it is good. Bob Love has got it going on. D. Scott Howard says he's going to miss the three-quarter court putback shots. And my favorite was the free throw line from the bench. The free throw shot from in front of the bench was my favorite chalkboard mishap. But hopefully they've got that fixed, and good for them. And I did catch the Dave Cook appearance on the Digital to Dice podcast. I run a couple weeks behind on the Digital to Dice podcast, but I really enjoyed Digital to Dice with Dave and Ron and Dave Cook from Dave Cook Sports. So I am my interest in this game and this company has been renewed, and my faith is restored here as we're off to a good start here in the opening night of the 72-73 edition of the Epic Basketball League. Lakers trying to get something going on the offense. They set a screen for Hairston. He gets the pass down on the low block. He's got a mismatch against Weiss in the low post. Hairston steps around Weiss, but he cannot get the shot to go. He is fouled hard on the play by Clifford Ray, and that's going to send Hairston to the free throw line. Happy Hairston to shoot 3 to make 2. Hairston connects on the first. And now we've got Garfield Hurd coming back into the game, substituting for Clifford Ray. Jerry Sloan also back into the game for the Bulls. Second free throw by Hairston is good, and that puts LA back out on top by 6. 44-38 as we approach the 2-minute mark to play before halftime. Chicago running that motion offense. They've been able to climb back into the game with this. Porter has the ball on the outside. Not really where he likes to operate. Love's got Will Chamberlain all over him. They're going to try and dump it down to Hurd. Hurd working on Hairston on the inside. He's double teamed, tries to kick it out to Porter. That pass is wild. It's tipped out of bounds, and that's a turnover. And see, here now we've got the substitution patterns. I think we have substituted 3 different players in and out for Chicago at the shooting guard position. In and out, in and out, in and out over the last several minutes. We just had Sloan come back into the game. He's out and King is back in. So I guess we'll try and put up with that, but that was one of the reasons why I went to manual substitutions. But that has plenty of its own limitations in terms of minute distribution and that sort of thing. So we'll see how it goes here for the first few games and make a decision on that as the season goes by. Los Angeles with the basketball leading by 6. Minute 55 to go in the second period. As the pass goes out to Jim Price now into the ball game for the first time for Los Angeles. Price working on Van Leer. Van Leer tries to deny. Price is going to take the shot. It's a tough shot, contested by Van Leer. The shot is no good. Jim King takes the rebound for Chicago. Once again, the defensive Norm Van Leer pays off. Van Leer now has the ball in transition on the quick outlet. Dumps it off to Bob Love. Love dribbles to his left. Sends it back to Van Leer on the give and go, but Van Leer cannot get the shot to go. Love takes it off the offensive board in transition. And somehow threw it away out of bounds to Los Angeles. Turnover by Love. And that will bring Frank Russell back into the game at shooting guard for Chicago. So now we've got a third different player at the shooting guard position in the last 4 minutes or so of play for Chicago. LA leads by 6 with the basketball, minute 40 to play. And Mel Counts now into the game at the center position for Los Angeles. Counts and Price playing a little two-man game. Price tries to get it into Riley. It's tipped away out of bounds to Chicago. Turnover by Los Angeles, and another substitution at the shooting guard position for the Bulls. So we have discovered our first sort of bug in the new edition, which actually is left over from the previous edition. The ball goes inside to Love. Love working now against Mel Counts down low. Love backs him down, turns, shoots. Off the front rim, no good. Rebound taken by Hairston. Ball goes back over to Los Angeles. Minute 12 to go. Ball gets into the hands of Riley. Riley guarded by Love on the switch. Riley with an open look from the perimeter, no good. Happy Hairston takes the rebound for Los Angeles. Hairston with the putback attempt. His shot is no good. And the rebound is finally pulled out of there by Garfield Hurd for Chicago. Quick outlet to Van Leer. The Bulls again want to run. It's Van Leer and Love on the break. Down court pass from Porter to Van Leer. Van Leer drops it to Love, and it's stolen by Jim Price. Good steal by Jim Price. He is a rookie in the game out of Louisville. Preceded in the league by his brother Mike Price. Jim Price would have a nice little career, and in 1975 would go on to be an NBA All-Star. For now, they get it inside to Mel Counts. Counts kicks it back out to Price on the perimeter. Price shoots and scores. 50 seconds to play. The lead for LA is 8, 46-38. Van Leer has the possession, sets up the offense for the Bulls. They get it to Love once again on the perimeter. His baseline jump shot is off the front rim, no good. Rebound taken by Porter. Porter on the putback. Kicks it out to Van Leer. Van Leer over to King. They go back down low to Porter. His turnaround jump shot inside is too strong. And Erickson comes out with the rebound for the Lakers. And they will bring it back slowly. 26 seconds on the game clock, 22 on the shot clock for the Lakers. Lakers send it out to Price. He's got Van Leer all over him. He sends it over to Erickson on the perimeter. Erickson works it over to Riley. Drops it, picks it up, drives the hole, no good. Rebound by Van Leer. And Chicago looks like they will have time to get a shot off, so they're going to walk the ball up and hold for the final shot of the period. They get it inside to Hurd. Hurd over to Love. Not a good pass. Stolen away by Riley. Riley's going to try and get something off. 4 seconds on the game clock. And we've got a injury on the play as Jim Price went down, and he will be taken out of the game with 4 seconds to play. We've got some substitutions. Let's see if the Lakers can get a shot off here before halftime. Hairston to inbound. It goes to Goodrich on the outside. Goodrich tries to get into the lane. He bowls over Frank Russell, and he is called for the foul. And that is going to be the end of the first half. A sluggish second quarter on both squads. LA put up only 16 points to 19 for Chicago. as Chicago continues to sputter along at 39% from the field, and the Lakers are down to 50%. They were up as high as 57 or higher earlier in the game. Both teams struggling with the turnovers. 14 turnovers now for the Lakers to 12 for Chicago, and really kind of grinding down into a pace in the second quarter, reminiscent of some of the slugfests they had in the 71-72 finals, which we saw a couple of weeks ago. The player of the game in the first half clearly was Wilt Chamberlain, 16 points and 12 rebounds. Goodrich with 11 for Los Angeles. Love came on in the second period to lead the Bulls now with 12. As you're scoring by quarter, Love with 8 points in the second period, Chamberlain with 8 points in the second period for Los Angeles. And that puts us where we are now with the score 46-38 in favor of the Lakers at the halftime. Now some quick updates from the Epic Sports Broadcasting Network. Tomorrow we will have Heartland Championship Wrestling on the channel, and it is the coming up on the month of October. October is the month where we have our yearly Tournament of Champions. Everybody who has held a championship title in the Heartland over the past 12 months is invited to participate in the Tournament of Champions for the prestigious Filsinger Cup that will be awarded on October 9th at the pay-per-view broadcast of the 2021 Tournament of Champions. In the meantime, the men's tournament, both tag team and singles, will kick off tomorrow, and the feature matchup will pit the Great Muta against Dusty Rhodes. And for those of you who have been watching the channel, it has been a crazy season for the Great Muta. He was one of the most hated men in the Heartland and has recently had a change of attitude, befriended by Hillbilly Jim and the members of Too Cool. And Great Muta has been trying out some dance steps and has become a fan favorite in the Heartland, and he'll take on Dusty Rhodes tomorrow in what should be an entertaining main event of the show. On Sunday, we will be back with My Journey with Jesus. Moving into Luke chapter 9, we're going to talk about the beginning of the ministry of the disciples, and we'll also talk about the feeding of the 5,000. So for those of you who are so inclined to watch My Journey with Jesus on Sunday, that will be posted somewhere around midday. So those are your channel updates for the coming weekend. We are ready to head back to the third quarter of play with the score: Los Angeles 46, Chicago 38. It looks like we have Bridges still out injured for Los Angeles, so it will be the last year's starting lineup with Jim McMillan and Happy Hairston at the forwards positions. And it will be the starting five back in action for Chicago, with Walker sitting on those 3 fouls. Clifford Ray also with 3 fouls for the Bulls. They're going to have to watch the foul trouble here as we get started with the second half. The opening tip is controlled by Los Angeles, and the Lakers have the ball and the 8-point lead. The ball goes into the hands of McMillan, working on Jerry Sloan on the perimeter. That's been a tough matchup for McMillan here tonight. But now we've got a whistle and a reach-in foul on Sloan. A little too aggressive on that defense. And it will be a side out for Los Angeles. First team foul of the third period. Hairston to inbound for the Lakers. And the ball this time goes into West. West working on Van Leer. He puts it on the floor. He goes left. He gets into the lane, but he cannot finish. And Clifford Ray takes the rebound out of there for Chicago. Only the second rebound of the night for Clifford Ray. One of the leading rebounders in the league. Certainly one of the leading rebounders on a per-minute basis in the NBA early in his career. Here's a transition opportunity for the Bulls with Van Leer in the lead. Van Leer drives it down the center of the court, sends it off to Walker. Walker goes to his right, lays it up and good.
Walker.
Nice to get some offense from Chet Walker after he missed a good bit of the first half in foul trouble. The lead is back down to 6. Here's West with it again. Looking for help. Finds McMillan this time down low. McMillan trying his luck in the paint against Sloan. His shot is again no good. We've got a whistle and a foul, and that is on Sloan, and that is his fourth.
His fourth. Second team foul.
So as we predicted, foul trouble already coming to play here for Chicago. Sloan picks up 2 quick ones in the first minute of play here in the third period. That's a shooting foul, and it'll be 2 shots for McMillan. McMillan connects on the first as Howard Porter returns to action for Chicago. McMillan good on both free throws. LA's lead is back to 8, 48-40. Chicago now with the basketball. It goes to Van Leer on the outside. He's got an open look against Happy Hairston as Van Leer comes off the screen, but he cannot connect with the jump shot, and Wilt Chamberlain takes down another rebound for Los Angeles. Here's a quick outlet to Jerry West. The Lakers have numbers. It's 4-on-1. Goodrich dribbles down the left side of the court. Walker, the only man back on defense. The pass goes over to McMillan, and he lays it up and good. Walker didn't want to challenge that one due to the foul trouble. And McMillan with the easy layup. He's got 12 points. And the lead now for Los Angeles is back to 10, 50-40. Here's an inside look for Howard Porter. He goes to the left hand, lays it up and good. 9 points off the bench now for Howard Porter. He's been a nice little spark. 5 rebounds to go with that. The lead is 8, 50-42. Lakers again with the basketball. McMillan with it on the outside, now guarded by Howard Porter. Porter gives McMillan all kinds of room, and McMillan buries the jump shot.
Jim McMillan.
Big difference in defensive abilities there between Jerry Sloan, the all-pro defender, and Howard Porter, who is not comfortable out there on the perimeter. D. Scott Howard says, computer volume is good now, PA announcer clear, and crowd not overwhelming your play-by-play. Thank you, D. Scott. I appreciate that. And thank you, Al Red Sox fan, for your applause for the journey with Jesus. Praise God that is something that y'all are able to enjoy. Chicago with the basketball now, still trailing by 10. It goes inside to Howard Porter. Porter loves working down low on the block. He's got a good look over Hairston and buries that one. He's got double digits now with 11 points. Another assist for Van Leer, and it's an 8-point game. Coming back the other way is the Lakers. West with it, working on Van Leer. Goes to his right, gets into the lane, collides with Love. The layup by West is no good. But the foul is called on Love, and that will send Jerry West to the free throw line.
13 foul.
And the foul differential is again piling up. And the free throw differential is pretty profound. And Dick Motta is giving the referees a piece of his mind as West is about to shoot free throws number 18 and 19 for the Lakers tonight. And Chicago's only been to the free throw line 4 times. First shot by West is up and good. West hits them both. He's got 8 points now, 7 points, 7 assists. And the lead is back up to 10, 54-44. Chicago now with the basketball. They get it down inside to Love. Love has Chamberlain all over him, 16 on the shot clock. He's going to try and swing it out to Chet Walker from the outside. Ooh, Walker steps around Goodrich, gets into the lane, lays it up and good. Nice little pump fake and go by Chet Walker. He made Goodrich look foolish on that one. 10 points now for Chet Walker. LA still up by 8 with the basketball. They get it to Goodrich on the outside. Goodrich with 11 points. His first shot of the third period is good. He's now got 13. What a nice looking jump shot from Gail Goodrich, the veteran out of nearby UCLA. Chicago with the basketball, still trailing by 10. They get it into the hands of Chet Walker. He thought about driving. but didn't want to get the offensive foul called. Instead, he pulls back,
Goodrich.
tries to get the jump
Second
shot off,
personal.
and he's fouled by
First
Goodrich.
team foul.
That foul is called on the floor, so it will be an inbounds play for Chicago. As JT comes into the chat room. Welcome, JT, to the Epic Sports Broadcasting Network and the premiere episode of the 1972-73 Epic Basketball League, and indeed it is a rematch between Chicago and Los Angeles, two Gold Division powerhouses slugging it out here in the Epic Basketball League. Chicago with the basketball now, trailing by 10. Clifford Ray to inbound. The pass now goes out to Porter. He gets it down low to Ray. Ray works it down into the low block, tries to get a shot off over Hairston. Instead, he tries to drop off a bounce pass to Love, but Chamberlain got into the passing lane and stole it. Nice defensive play by Chamberlain. LA's going to walk it back the other way. Confusion on the Chicago defense. Wide open jump shot for Goodrich, but he cannot get it to drop. That 15-footer rolled around and out. The tip by McMillan fell off the rim, and Clifford Ray takes the rebound for Chicago. Chicago coming back the other way with Van Leer. Van Leer working on Jerry West. 8 on the shot clock. Van Leer tries to get into the lane. He's cut off by Hairston. He stops. He pops. It will not drop. Van Leer gets his own rebound, passes it back out to Walker, and Chicago will reset. Fresh 24 for the Bulls. Under 9 minutes to play in the third. It goes outside to Walker. Walker has got Jerry West all over him on the switch. Walker's going to throw caution to the wind, try to get into the lane. He's cut off by Chamberlain. His jump shot is no good. Chamberlain made him alter the shot, and Jerry West comes out of there with the rebound for Los Angeles. Chamberlain, again, a rim protector. You won't see that one in the box score, but it was intimidation by Chamberlain that forced the errant shot on that possession. Here's Jerry West now with it for Los Angeles. Lakers still up by 10. What's West going to do? He draws the double team, sends it over to Goodrich. It's knocked away and out of bounds. Last touched by Goodrich. That'll be a turnover. Substitutions into the game for both sides. Yeah, Chicago lines up the out-of-bounds play. Where are they going to go with it? They go inside to Walker. He's not liking that very much. He cannot find a teammate to bail him out. Tries to get it to Ray, threw it behind him and out of bounds. That's a turnover. Boy, a sloppy offensive set by Chicago on that possession. They still trail by 10 as LA regains possession. Just over 8 minutes to play in the third. The ball goes down inside to Mel Counts, very popular backup forward. Cannot get that shot to fall over Clifford Ray, but Ray fouled him, and that is 4 on Clifford Ray.
14.
And that will send Mel Counts to the free throw line. 7-footer, plays the center, plays the power forward. And this day and age is perhaps well known as the uncle of the MMA fighter Chael Sonnen. Counts stepping to the free throw line. First shot is good.
Counts hit the free throw.
And that is the first point of the season for Mel Counts. Popular player out of Oregon State. As Clifford Ray comes out of the game, replaced by Garfield Hurd due to the foul trouble, and Hurd will get the rebound on the missed free throw. And Chicago now has the basketball trailing by 11. Inside they go to Love. He's got Chamberlain all over him. He's going to try and dump it down to the rookie Garrett. They get it inside to Garrett. He posts up on West. His shot is good. Good looking shot there by Roland Garrett, rookie out of Florida State, with his first career points in the Epic Basketball League. If this were baseball, they would take that ball out of play and put it in a trophy case somewhere. But this is basketball, so they'll just play on. As LA now leads by 9. Inside they go once again to Counts. Counts the 7-footer working on Garfield Hurd. Tries to pass it back out onto the perimeter, and Norm Van Leer stole it. Van Leer is going to go coast to coast with it. He's got help. Chicago has numbers. They dump it to Garrett on the trail, and Garrett has his shot blocked by Counts. Nice recovery by Counts for the chase down block. Love has the ball come back to him on the offensive glass. The short putback by jump shot by Love from 3/4 of the way out on the perimeter is good. That is 14 points for Love to lead the Bulls, and the Chicago deficit is cut to 7. Lakers with the basketball. Outside is Goodrich. Has an open look over Walker, and he nails it.
Gail Goodrich.
Nothing fancy on that one, just Goodrich doing what he does best, and that's score the basketball. LA back up on top by 9. Walker with it on the outside. He's going to try and return the favor to Goodrich. Goodrich reached in and fouled him.
Foul is on Goodrich, his third, second team.
Howard Porter back into the game for Chicago, and Happy Hairston returns for Los Angeles. Inbounds for Porter, can't find anybody. It's knocked out of bounds, but Chicago will keep possession. Still trailing by 9, now 7:13 to play in the third period. They're going to look inside to Garfield Hurd. Hurd working on Happy Hairston down low. His little layup rolls around and drops out, and Chamberlain collects another rebound for the Lakers. Lakers continue to enjoy a comfortable lead as they come back on offense. McMillan down low working against Howard Porter inside. He fakes, he shoots, he scores, and he's fouled by Porter.
Jim McMillan scores.
Nice inside move there by McMillan, basket and the foul. McMillan with the attempt for a 3-point play. His shot is up and good.
McMillan made the free throw.
And that's a 3-point play for McMillan. As again, the unusual substitution patterns continue. We've had multiple players shuffled in and out of the lineup for Chicago at that small forward position. And I'm thinking there may be some things I can do offline to tweak that. The computer sets up a rotation grid, and it puts everybody in the rotation. And it may be that if I take some of these low-minute guys out of the rotation and just stick to like the top 10, and the computer uses that as the basis for the rotation, and then maybe those 11th and 12th guys, your Frank Russells and Roland Garretts, and Jim Price type players will not be shuffled in and out of the lineup so much. So I will try that before next week, and we'll see what happens. But right now it is a 12-point deficit for Chicago. And they've got the basketball, under 7 minutes to play in the third period. And they are going to look inside to Garfield Hurd, working down low against Happy Hairston. He's got the size advantage if they can get it down there to him. They're running some offense around. They finally get it down to Hurd, and Hairston reached in and fouled him.
Foul is on Hairston, first personal, third team.
That will be a side out for Chicago. 3-team fouls now on the Lakers. Roland Garrett to inbound. This time they're going to get it to Love on the perimeter. His short jump shot around Chamberlain is no good. But Chamberlain got him on the arm, and that will put Bob Love on the free throw line.
14 foul.
Love with a big first half. Somewhat quiet here in the second so far. But he's got a chance to cut into this deficit from the free throw line, and he hits the first. Second shot for Love is good. He's now got 16 points on the night, and the lead is cut back to 10. 62-52. LA on top and on offense. West directing traffic, sends it over to Goodrich. Goodrich with an open look from the free throw line. But his jump shot is offline, and the rebound is taken out of there by Garfield Hurd. Bulls come back the other way, looking to cut into a 10-point deficit. They swing it to Love on the baseline. His short jump shot is blocked. Chamberlain swatted it right back at the shooter. Off the arm of Chamberlain, off the forehead of Love, into the hands of Happy Hairston. And Love has the proverbial Spalding tattoo on his forehead as Hairston comes out of there with it. Lakers up by 10. West with it, working on Van Leer. Looking for help. Sends it over to the perimeter, gets it back. 4 on the shot clock. West is going to have to pull the trigger. He can't get the shot off. He sends it over to Goodrich, and Goodrich buries it.
Gail Goodrich.
What a shot by Gail Goodrich. The shot clock was running down. Goodrich had to rush that one, but with a flick of his wrist, he buries it, and he has got 17 points. LA back on top by 12. 17 for Goodrich, 17 for McMillan, 16 for Wilt Chamberlain to go with 14 rebounds. It is a good night to be a member of the Los Angeles Lakers. We've got a little two-man game going for Chicago here between Walker and Van Leer. Van Leer loses it out of bounds. That's a turnover. So we're at the 5.5-minute mark to go now in the third quarter. LA is up by 12. Lakers on the offense. West looks to set up a play. Finds Hairston open on the baseline. Hairston from the perimeter pulls the trigger and scores it. Boy, everything the Lakers have touched here in period number 3 has turned to gold, and they've opened up once again a 14-point lead. Chicago struggling on offense. They get the ball to Love on the perimeter. His baseline jump shot again is no good. He gets his own rebound. Can he score the putback attempt? His turnaround jump shot is good.
Love.
So Love cleaned up his own mess on that possession to put Chicago back to within 12. 66-54, under 5 to play in the third. Here's Goodrich with a look from the outside. Shooting it over Walker and scores again.
Gail Goodrich.
The magic continues for Los Angeles as Goodrich now has 19. Van Leer is now going to look inside to Porter. Porter loves to work in the lane. Instead, he dumps it off to Love. Love drives the baseline. His shot won't go. Chamberlain with another rebound for the Lakers. Quick outlet to West. Los Angeles has an opportunity in transition. They get it to McMillan on the wing. McMillan drives, shoots, and scores.
Jim McMillan.
Another nice-looking fast break for Los Angeles, and they've now opened their biggest lead of the game. 70-54. Lakers by 16. Chicago struggling to get something done on offense. They work it inside to Bob Love. Love's got Chamberlain all over him, and Chamberlain swats it away again. Garfield Hurd comes out of there with it on the offensive board. Hurd with a putback attempt. His short jump shot is no good. Off the rebound is Chamberlain. And once again, the Lakers take possession, and they'll walk it back the other way this time. 4:20 to play now in the third. The Lakers enjoying a huge 16-point lead. Here's a baseline jump shot from Hairston. He buried another one. And he is fouled on the play by Hurd. Hurd yelling at the referee as Hairston steps to the line for 2 and the bonus. Shot by Hairston is good. He completes the three-point play. He's got 7 on the night, and the lead has expanded to 19. 73-54. Lakers large and in charge here in the Forum on opening night. Here's Van Leer now working against Gail Goodrich. Van Leer tries to get into the lane, explodes to the basket, dumps it off to Walker, off his hands and out of bounds for another turnover. Turnover is now even at 16. But the shooting percentage remains the story of the game. LA's got it back up to 56%. Chicago's still below 40. And as a result, we have a 19-point deficit. As our Red Sox fan turns back up and greets Uncle Dave Gardner and JT now in the chat room. Welcome back, Uncle Al. As LA with the basketball looking to go up 20. They've got an open look on the perimeter again for McMillan. McMillan is lighting it up here tonight, but he cannot get that one to go. And the rebound comes down to Dennis Autry for Chicago. Autry breaks free. Outlet to Van Leer. Chicago has numbers in the transition. Roland Garrett with it at the free throw line. Dumps it off to Love, and Love drops it home.
Love.
That's 20 points for Bob Love. He leads all scorers. But he's not getting quite the level of support that the balanced attack of the Lakers has provided. And Chicago still trails by 17. They get it inside to Hairston. Hairston on the low block. Kicks it out to McMillan. McMillan's shot is no good. And Bob Love takes the rebound for Chicago. Back the other way come the Bulls. They get it in the hands of Van Leer. 15 on the shot clock. Van Leer on the attack. Dribbles around West. Dumps it down low to Autry. Autry traveled with it. Good evening, Captain Carl. Good evening, Mr. Little, and everybody. Sorry I'm late. Work got in. Captain Carl, that is no excuse. You shouldn't have to work on Fridays. But welcome to the chat room, and we are glad to see you here for the 1972-73 season opener of the Epic Basketball League. Los Angeles on ring night here at the Forum, leading comfortably late in the third period, 73-56. As they're going to look inside to Mel Counts. Counts in the low post working on Hurd. He tries to go to the hook shot, but Autry got up and blocked that, and Hurd took the rebound for Chicago. Bob Weiss now in the game running the point for the Bulls as Van Leer takes a rest. And Weiss immediately comes in and throws a bad pass behind Garfield Hurd for a turnover. And now for the first time in the game for Los Angeles, we have got Bill Turner, the big man reserve forward out of my alma mater, the University of Akron. Turner will see his first action in the game. Now running the point, we've got Keith Erickson into the game, the veteran out of UCLA. He's guarded tightly out there by Weiss. He looks to Riley on the perimeter. Riley steps around Porter. He's cut off by Autry. His jump shot is off the back of the rim, no good. Wilt Chamberlain comes down with the rebound for Los Angeles. Chamberlain with a putback scores it.
Wilt Chamberlain.
That is now 18 points, 17 rebounds for Wilt. He is a monster. And the lead is back to 19 for Los Angeles. Here's Jim King with a look from the outside. Flexing and he's extending his arm. Boy, I almost injured myself today. I'll tell you about that at the end of the third quarter. They dump it down inside to Howard Porter. Porter working from down low, shoots and scores.
Porter.
Nice night off the bench for Howard Porter. Now 13 points to go with 5 rebounds. But the lead remains 17 for LA. They're content to trade baskets here as the third quarter winds down. Shot for Keith Erickson from the top of the key is no good. Another rebound for Wilt Chamberlain. Wilt with another putback attempt and another basket.
Wilt Chamberlain. 9
in a row from the field for Wilt Chamberlain. And if we didn't mention it at the beginning of the game, at the age of 36, in the 1972-73 season, Wilt Chamberlain led the league in rebounds, led the league in field goal percentage, and was number 2 in the league in minutes played at the age of 36. And he says, I got your load management right here, LeBron. 19-point lead for Los Angeles. And they get it out to Jim King on the perimeter. King wants to pull the trigger from out there, but he cannot connect. The ball is off the heel of the rim, skitters out of bounds. It will go to Los Angeles. Lakers with the basketball now, under 2 minutes to play in the third quarter. Starting five back in the game, with the exception of the injured Bill Bridges. And Chamberlain now getting a well-deserved rest with 20 and 18 on the night. West has it now working against Weiss. West is going to attack the basket. He takes it around. Weiss gets to the hoop, lays it up and good.
Jerry West.
Good night for Jerry West. 9 points, 9 assists. And the lead now is up to 21, 79-58. LA enjoying their biggest lead of the night. Here's an inside shot for Roland Garrett. He cannot get that one to fall. Garrett takes his own rebound off the offensive glass. And Garrett lays it up and good.
Garrett.
It's a lot easier to work on the offensive glass when Wilt Chamberlain goes to the bench. And Roland Garrett took advantage of that one for the putback. Laker basketball now, just over a minute to play. West has it, looks to set the offense. They get it to Goodrich to the right of the foul line. His jump shot is offline, and the rebound is taken by Roland Garrett. Garrett with a quick outlet to Bob Weiss, and the Bulls have numbers. Weiss dribbles down the center of the floor, sends it to King on the baseline. King drives, he shoots, he scores.
King.
First basket of the season for Jim King. And with just over a minute to play, the score is LA 79, Chicago 62. Here's an open look for McMillan from the outside. He's been on fire tonight. He passes that one up, sends it instead to Goodrich, and Goodrich buries it. McMillan drew the extra defender, found the open man, Goodrich converted. And the Lakers offense continues to roll. 81-62. Under a minute to play in the third. Inside they go once again to Garrett. Garrett in the lane, takes the 10-footer and scores it. And he is fouled on the play by McMillan.
Garrett scores.
Boy, flashes of potential being shown here by the rookie. Roland Garrett in his Epic Basketball League debut. He converts the three-point play. He's got 7 points on the night. Now 36 seconds to play in the period. The lead for Los Angeles is 16 as Jerry West sets up the offense. They get it outside on the perimeter to McMillan. McMillan with the jump shot, no good. And Garrett takes the rebound for Chicago. 23 seconds now to go in the period. The shot clock has been turned off. And the Bulls will try and hold for the final shot of the period. King will take the outside jump shot. It won't fall, but he is fouled on the play by Goodrich. I don't know what Goodrich was thinking in that situation, fouling the jump shooter with only 2 seconds left on the game clock. But Goodrich is guilty of the foul. That is his fourth. And Jim King will shoot free throws.
King hit the free throw.
King hits them both.
King made the free throw.
And that cuts the lead to 15. We'll see if LA can do anything here in the final 2 seconds other than throw up some slop. It's Hairston at center court. From way, way out, it's no good, and that will be the end of the period.
At the end of the third quarter, Los Angeles 83, Chicago 67.
A dominant third period by Los Angeles as we go to the box score. LA put up 37 points in the third after managing only 16 points in quarter number 2. And LA firmly in control of this one, leading by 16, 83-67 as we go to the third period intermission. Because we've got some banter going on in the chat room. As D. Scott Howard is sharing his experiences with Action PC 61-62 Wilt scored 102 in his game against the Knicks, where he scored 100 in real life. He certainly was a dominating force, particularly in his younger days, and now he is 36 years old and still going strong. Chamberlain with 20 points, 18 rebounds. And Gail Goodrich leads all scorers with 21 for Los Angeles. Bob Love with 20 to lead the Bulls. Porter with 13 off the bench. Your third quarter scoring, big quarter for Jim McMillan with 11 points. Gail Goodrich with 10. Love with 8 points, and Roland Garrett coming up strong with 7 points in the third for Chicago. I might still have this season card set with Stratomatic. I'll have to check when I get home. Yeah, let us know about that, Captain Carl. All right, so before we go to the fourth, I will tell you my near-miss adventure. I hung around after work and wanted to practice some of my Taekwondo moves. I have a spot way off in a secluded part of the Epic campus in one of the buildings near the main auditorium, which is pretty well uninhabited late in the day, as there aren't any meetings of that size going on. So I'm doing my workouts and I'm testing for my my blue leader belt this coming week. And one of the kicks I have to do is a triple spinning kick. It's a round kick followed by a 360-degree tornado kick with the same foot, followed by a spinning back kick with the opposite foot. So it is 3 full rotations. And I've been working on the footwork for that one, and I'm starting to get it down, and I got the first kick going pretty well. The second tornado kick was coming along, but I just wasn't getting enough rotation to get that left foot up in the air for the third kick. And I worked on it, and I worked on it, and I worked on it, and I still wasn't satisfied, although I was getting better. So I said, I'm going to nail this sucker one time, and then I'm going to move on to the rest of my workout. And sure enough, I spun once, I spun twice, and the third time I spun, I don't know which foot I thought I was expected to land on, but neither one of them made it to the ground as I was kicking both feet into the air. And I came down hard on the floor, which is a concrete floor covered by a layer of carpet. Came down on my left hip, my left shoulder, my left hand, and my left knee. And, I had enough adrenaline going that I was able to get up and shake it off. But what a catastrophe that would have been if I'd fallen in the middle of a secluded workspace auditorium and broken a hip or something down there. So I am, praise God, I'm still alive after that little misadventure, and I'm not going to do any more spinning kicks on the carpet. I'm going to save that for the mats at the gym. So happy to be here, and happy to be alive after work, and happy to be headed to the fourth quarter of action here in the Dave Cave from the LA Forum as the Lakers lead by 16, 83-67. And just for fun, I'm going to turn off this use rotation grid, and I'm going to see if that does anything to normalize the in and out, in and out, in and out substitution pattern that we have been seeing. All right, so we're ready for play here in the fourth. Chicago trails by 16. They're going to need a huge fourth quarter here to get back into this one. And LA certainly shows no signs of letting up, as they've got it clicking on all cylinders. In the game for the Lakers, we've got Chamberlain down low with Hairston and Bill Turner at the forward positions. Pat Riley is your shooting guard. He hasn't seen much action tonight. And Keith Erickson is your point guard here to start the fourth. Chicago also with all second unit players in there. Bob Weiss and Jim King in the backcourt. Roland Garrett, at the small forward with Garfield Hurd at the power forward and Dennis Autry down low. Chicago wins the tip. They get it inside to Hurd. Hurd working down low against Hairston. His turnaround jump shot rattles out as he tried to shoot it over the double team, could not connect, and the rebound is taken by Chamberlain. As the Lakers come the other way, LA beats the defense back. Erickson will set things up. He'll send it to Pat Riley on the perimeter. They get it over to Turner. Back to Riley up on top. His jump shot is way off and no good. Out of bounds to Chicago. So good team defense for Chicago there. They still trail by 16. They're going to need about 16 more of those stops to climb back into this one. They get it inside once again to Hurd. Hurd still working down low against Hairston. This time his little jump shot falls off the rim, and Bill Turner takes the rebound for the Lakers. LA comes back the other way. Tight defense now being played by Chicago as they try to shut things down. And now we've got Keith Erickson limping off the court. And Jerry West returns to the ball game for Los Angeles. LA to inbound. They give it to Hairston. Hairston passes it into West. 4 on the shot clock. West is going to have to take a quick shot over Bob Weiss, and he cannot get it off in time. So no score yet here in the fourth period with a minute gone by. And both teams kind of putting their second units out there. Here's an inside look for Roland Garrett, if they can get it to him. Garrett works down low against Turner. He shoots, he scores.
Garrett.
9 points now for Garrett in his Epic Basketball League debut. We've got an early candidate for the Rookie of the Year here in the Epic Basketball League. Coming back the other way, Los Angeles finds Chamberlain inside. His finger roll is good.
Big dipper.
And he is still on a roll now with 22 points for the Lakers. 10 straight field goals for Chamberlain. Oh, here's Jim King getting open from outside. He buries that one. Looking good. 85-71. Lakers continue to lead. Now under 10 minutes to play. Pat Riley with it here on the outside, working against Jimmy King. Riley steps to his right, gets into the paint, lays it up and good.
Pat Riley.
4 points now for Pat Riley, future coach of the LA Lakers. Inside they go to Autry. Autry's got Bill Turner on his hip on the switch. His short jump shot is good.
Autry.
First basket of the night for Dennis Autry. Autry, a third-year man out of Santa Clara, former member of the Atlanta Hawks. LA still leads by 14, 87-73. 9.5 to play as they get an inside look for Hairston. Hairston working down low over Hurd. Shot will not go, but Hurd fouled him. And that will send Happy Hairston to the free throw line.
First team.
Hairston can go into double digits if he converts one of these. And he hits the first.
Hairston made the free throw.
Now with 10 points as he tees up the second free throw. And Hairston hit them both.
Hairston made the free throw.
Veteran out of New York University. Hairston now with 11 points on the night. Lakers up on top by 16 and content to trade baskets here as the fourth quarter continues to march forward. Here's Autry inside against Chamberlain. He's not liking that matchup. He's going to try and kick it out to Weiss. Weiss has it at the top of the key. His jump shot over Riley is short. Rebound is taken down by Clifford Ray. Ray on the putback attempt cannot get it to fall. Around the rim and out, and Hairston takes the rebound down for the Lakers. Lakers will walk it back the other way in no hurry, nursing a comfortable lead. As West brings it into the front court. The open man for the Lakers is Riley. Riley from the free throw line. Drives it down the lane, steps around King. Cannot get the layup to go. Chamberlain takes the rebound. Chamberlain with a putback attempt. powers it home.
Wilt Chamberlain.
11 straight field goals for Wilt Chamberlain. He's now got 24 points and 20 rebounds on the night. What a big night for the big man at the age of 36. Jim King is offline with his jump shot the other way, and Happy Hairston takes the rebound for LA. Coming up on 8 minutes to play. Riley's got it in the front court for the Lakers. Looking inside to Chamberlain, and now we have got another player limping off the court. That's Jerry Sloan, and now we've got wholesale substitutions on both sides. Yeah, Sloan talks to the trainers on the bench, flexing and extending that knee. LA to inbound with 17 on the shot clock as they go inside to Mel Counts. Counts working down low against Clifford Ray, shoots and scores.
Mel Counts.
Give the assist to Jerry West, and that is 10 assists for West on the night. Here's an outside look for Chet Walker back into the game, and it's blocked by Chamberlain. 5 blocked shots on the night for Chamberlain. West takes the ball out of there on the carom. Los Angeles with another possession. Lakers continue on the roll. They're now up 20 as West brings it into the front court. Los Angeles moves it around. They get it back to West out on top. 10 on the shot clock. West pulls the trigger, free throw line extended. That's no good. Rebound taken down by Clifford Ray. 7.5 to play as the Bulls bring it down. Van Leer sends it over to Walker. Walker has it knocked away by Goodrich out of bounds. Chicago maintains possession. Inbounds pass comes to Love on the baseline. Love with the baseline jump shot. Off target, no good. Out of bounds to Los Angeles. Lakers keeping fresh troops on the floor as they continue to lead by 20. The ball goes inside to Chamberlain, backing down on Love. Tries to kick it out to Goodrich. Knocked out of bounds, Chicago basketball. And we're still seeing these goofy substitution patterns in and out and in and out and in and out. Different players, different positions. Chicago to inbound, trailing by 20. 7 minutes to play. They get it inside to Love. Love's tired of being pushed around by Chamberlain. He's going to try and do something about it. Oh, he steps around Chamberlain, lays it up with the reverse layup, and gets it to drop. A moment of satisfaction for Love as he scores around Chamberlain. But Chamberlain just points to the scoreboard and thinks nothing of it. Back on offense come the Lakers. Here's another open look for Goodrich, and Goodrich drills another one.
Gail Goodrich.
23 now for Goodrich. The lead back up to 20. Love now calls for the ball on the outside. His perimeter jump shot is short, and the rebound is taken out of there by Hairston. Another possession for the Lakers. 6.5 to play. Inside they go to Hairston, working down onto the low block. And he's fouled by Clifford Ray. That is 5 on Clifford Ray. Only the second team foul, as the teams aren't really working as hard on defense here on either end of the floor with this 20-point margin. Hairston to inbound for the Lakers, enjoying that 20-point lead. He gets it to West on perimeter, and West leans in and scores it. That is a double-double now for Jerry West. He's got 11 points and 10 assists as the Lakers enjoy their biggest lead of the night, 22 points. Love from the baseline is going to try another one, and this time he's good.
Love.
He's got 24. And he has been really the brightest of the bright spots for Chicago here tonight. We've gotten some nice play off the bench from Howard Porter and from Roland Garrett. But Love has struggled with foul troubles. It's been a quiet night for Van Leer. And Love has been one man against a formidable foe, and all 5 Lakers are now in double figures. Here's another shot for Goodrich. Goodrich pulls the trigger over Walker and buries another one.
Gail Goodrich.
As the fans in LA are just enjoying a relaxed evening of basketball, their team is up by 22 and life is good. Here's a jump shot opportunity for Walker the other way. He finally gets that one to go. Only 12 points on the night for Chet Walker in a disappointing performance. Walker averages 19.9 per game in the 72-73 season. Here's McMillan with an open look from the outside. And he cannot get that one to drop. Left it a little short, and Porter takes the rebound for Chicago. Bulls come back the other way. We're under 5 to play. 99-79 is your score. Open inside for the Bulls is Garfield Hurd. Hurd is double teamed, steps around Hairston, lays it up, and gets it to go. Nice footwork on the offensive end by Hurd. Under 5 minutes to play, the lead is 18. And here's a steal by Van Leer. He picked the pocket of Jerry West. 5 steals on the night for Norm Van Leer. Van Leer wants to go coast to coast with it. He's got Bob Love running alongside. Van Leer dribbles to his right, steps around Chamberlain, but cannot get the layup to go. Chamberlain forced him to alter the shot, and McMillan hustled back to get the rebound for Los Angeles. Lakers with another possession. West brings it up. Looking inside now for Chamberlain. Chamberlain rises up inside, shoots and scores. He's hit 12 straight. He's got 26 on the night. And the lead is back to 20, 101-81 in favor of the Lakers. 4:22 to play. Here's Garfield Hurd with a look for Chicago down low. Hurd in the lane, steps around Hairston. His shot is offline. Rebound taken by Chet Walker. Walker passes it out to Van Leer. And the offense will reset. Van Leer steps to his left, finds Walker wide open. Walker drives the lane, lays it up, no good. And Chamberlain cleans the glass for the Lakers. Action continues now with the Lakers back on offense. Goodrich has it on the perimeter. Looking for the open teammate, finds West. West is going to take it to the hoop. Kicks it back out to Goodrich. Goodrich has his shot swatted by Love. Offensive rebound for Goodrich. Can he get something off before the shot clock expires? 1 second to go. Goodrich throws it out of bounds. Chicago basketball, 3 minutes, 43 seconds to play. And it looks like it is garbage time here as the second units stream onto the court for both sides. For Chicago, it will be Weiss at the point, Frank Russell, and Roland Garrett, the 2 rookies for Chicago, along with Howard Porter and Dennis Autry. And for the Lakers, West remains out there, but Chamberlain goes to the bench, Goodrich goes to the bench. Into the game comes Keith Erickson, Bill Turner, the rookie Travis Grant, and the big man Mel Counts. Presumably in there to play out the string with just over 3.5 to play and a 20-point difference. Here's an open shot for Frank Russell from the perimeter. And he cannot get it to drop. Weiss takes the offensive rebound, passes it back out to Russell, and the Bulls will reset. Weiss directing traffic, the veteran point guard. They want to find Garrett. Garrett on the inside has it knocked away and stolen by Jerry West. As Dave Gardner says, good game. I don't know what game he's watching. But thanks for being here. 20-point lead for the Lakers as West brings it into the front court. He's going to look inside to Mel Counts. Counts working down low against Autry. Turns to his left, goes to the finger roll. That's no good. Rebound taken out of there by Autry. Another possession for the Bulls. 3:10 to play. Weiss brings the ball up. And again sends it inside to Roland Garrett. Gets it back. Weiss shoots the fade away and scores it. First points of the night for Bob Weiss, the veteran backup point guard. Finally gets on the scoreboard. And the deficit is trimmed to 18. I don't think Coach Bill Sharman over there on the Lakers bench is going to lose too much sleep over that one. Here's an outside look for Keith Erickson. He cannot get that one to drop. And Dennis Autry takes the rebound for Chicago. Weiss wants to run with it. His teammates say, why not? Weiss dribbling it in on Jerry West. Sends it over to Garrett. Garrett cross-courts it to Frank Russell. Russell drives the lane, lays it up and good.
Russell.
First career points for Frank Russell as he gets on the board with under 3 minutes to go in this one. Let's see if we can get Travis Grant on the board for the Lakers. The Lakers rookie, and he scores one from in close.
Machine gun.
First career points for Travis Grant, the rookie out of Kentucky State. Actually went on to have a very successful career in the ABA after coming out of Kentucky State, born and raised in Alabama, and a proud member of the Alabama Sports Hall of Fame is Travis Grant. As we say goodnight to Thomas Matza, good night, and thank you for checking things out tonight here in the Dave Cave. 103-85 is your score. 2.5 to play now as Chicago brings the ball up. They get it once again into the hands of Garrett. Garrett's going to try and take that inside shot. He wants to get double digits, and he's got it stolen away by Bill Turner. They're trying to get Garrett into double figures, but so far they've been unable to do so. And now the Lakers can run it back the other way. They've got the numbers. Jerry West has it on the baseline. Sends it into Turner. And Turner goes to his left hand. He lays it up and good. He's got his first basket of the night for the former Akron Zip. Coming up on 2 minutes to play, the lead remains at 20. Here's another outside opportunity for Frank Russell. And Russell connects on that one. Nice looking jump shot there by Frank Russell. As he gets a little run here in his opening night performance. Here's another shot for the rookie Travis Grant for the Lakers. This time he shoots from the baseline, and he scores again.
Travis Grant.
West gets the assist, and that is 14 on the night for West. Why he's still out there with under 2 minutes to play, I don't know. Possibly because of, well, no, there's still Jim Riley is still Jim Price is still available for Los Angeles. So we'll try and get him into the game with the next dead ball. Here's another shot from the outside for Frank Russell. Can he hit two in a row? Instead, he dishes it off to Porter on the baseline. Porter shoots the baseline jump shot, and he scores it, and he is fouled on the play by Grant.
Porter scores. Foul is on Grant. First personal.
And Porter with a chance for the three-point play. He's got 15 points on the night. So we'll put Jim Price into the game. And let's see if there's anybody else from Chicago who... Haven't seen Tom Burwinkle yet tonight. We'll get some action for Burwinkle as well. In the last minute and 40. As Porter missed the free throw. Out of bounds to Los Angeles. And we're ready to play the string out here in the final minute and 40. But for those of you still in the chat room, I will remind you that real sports fans stay until the end of the game. That's always my motto when I'm with a buddy who says, yeah, it's a 20-point game, let's get out of here. Let's beat the traffic. No. Real sports fans stay till the end of the game. Here's a look inside to Mel Counts. And Counts is fouled by Burwinkle.
Personal, 14th foul.
And that will just be a foul on the floor. So no shots for the Lakers. It will be Bill Turner to inbound. I'm looking forward to seeing some Milwaukee Bucks games this season. The I-5 rivalry, Seattle and Portland, but not really expecting it. Yeah, the Bucks were fun to watch. Fun to watch, but a little frustrating to watch, even though they won the championship this past season. Here's Keith Erickson with a look from the outside, looking for his first points of the night. 15-footer is offline, and the rebound is taken out of there by Frank Russell. Minute 20 to go. Chicago comes back the other way, and they're going to try and get it down low to Burwinkle. Get some action for him coming off the bench. His 10-footer is good, and he is on the scoreboard. Looks like everybody has scored except for Bridges, who is injured, and Erickson for the Lakers. Let's see if we can get a basket for Erickson before the end of this one. Lakers with the basketball. Erickson is open on the perimeter. His jump shot is tipped away by Burwinkle, no good. As the fans boo Burwinkle for blocking Erickson's shot with under a minute to go. Bob Weiss takes the rebound for Chicago. Dribbles it into the front court. Sends it around the perimeter. It goes over to Russell. Russell's going to drive with 6 on the shot clock. He's cut off by Counts. His shot will not fall. Clifford Ray takes the rebound for the Bulls. Ray with a putback attempt. Cannot get the shot off. Instead, he sends it out to Russell, and Russell gets the jump shot to go. 107-93. It's now a 14-point game, although the final box score is going to look a lot closer than the actual game on the court turned out to be. As Los Angeles is just going to hold for the last shot here of the game, if at all. They get it to Turner in the paint, and Turner commits the charge. How about that? 5 seconds to play. Nothing to do here. And Weiss just runs the time off the clock, and that is your game. Final score.
Los Angeles 107, Chicago 93.
107-93. Chicago falls to Los Angeles here on opening night of the Epic Basketball League.
Assists. Chamberlain with 26 points, 21 rebounds. Chicago was led by Love with 24 points.
Nice little post-game commentary there from the Microsoft narrator, who pointed out that Will Chamberlain is your player of the game. 26 points, 21 rebounds, 5 block shots. A dominant performance for the big man. Jerry West with 11 points, 14 assists. Also helping the Laker cause. Gail Goodrich with 25. For the Bulls, it was a big night for Bob Love with 24 points. Porter with 15 off the bench. Van Leer only 2 for 10, 4 points. Walker missed substantial time with foul trouble, finished with 12 points on 6 of 14 shooting. And nobody else accomplished much for the Bulls on this night. So thank you to everybody who tuned in tonight. It is great to be back on the channel. Thank you to our Red Sox fan, D. Scott Howard, Thomas Matta, Dave Gardner, Captain Carl H., JT, Mark Ferguson came in and passed out some popcorn. Always appreciate that. And I believe we got everybody. So for everybody who tuned in, thank you again so much for checking out tonight's ball game. And we will see you tomorrow for Heartland Championship Wrestling. And until then, this is Dave Little signing off from the Dave Cave, saying that's our stream and I am out.